This is Steve Ridgeon. I want to tell you about my friend John and his battle to follow Jesus. John's a veteran. He's got some PTSD, but he made his way to Abilene and he connected with a group called Faith Works, just hanging out there some. And when he was there, he got invited to Hillcrest because a lot of the staff at Faith Works, a nonprofit in Abilene, they go to Hillcrest. And so they invited him, and he came to our Jesus journey some, came to the Seekers class some, typically stood in the back, always wore a ball cap. Meeting people was hard for him. But he began to get interested in Jesus, coming to worship in our Bible classes. And so we studied with a lady at FaithWorks. So you may remember her story, Krystal. And when we first started studying with Krystal, John sat in on a few of those, and he liked it, but he kind of backed off. And then about a month later, we studied with Amy, who was going to FaithWorks, and he came back and sat in a few studies with Amy, got more interested. Then he and I began to visit about his journey and where he was spiritually, and he got really interested in following Jesus. In fact, John got so interested that after praying about it, he decided to want to be baptized. But Satan got after him. He battled sickness. He battled fear of crowds. He wanted to do it in front of his church family so badly. But boy, every time he got ready to, it was hard for him. And then people from his past would try to convince him not to, and that was hard for him. And it seemed like, I'll just tell you, and John doesn't mind this being told, 3 straight Sundays he scheduled his baptism, and 3 straight Sundays he didn't show. One of them he texted us about 30 minutes early. The next one he just didn't show. The third one he texted us right at 9 o'clock when worship was starting to say he wasn't going to come. So finally we sat down and talked about how bad he wanted to follow Jesus. What did he really want from it? Nathan, our minister, our main preacher, myself, talked to him. What we found out is he really wanted to do it, but he just couldn't pull the trigger in front of the whole crowd. So what we decided, we said, how about if we do it Father's Day weekend on a Saturday? We'll go up to ACU, use a Jacob's Dream there. And so a Saturday afternoon, Father's Day weekend, Nathan, myself, Kevin Batten, one of our elders who's really involved in our Jesus Journey Seekers class, and John, just the 4 of us. I told a little bit of John's story because he wanted us to record it and show it to his church family. So I told a little of his story. Nathan took his confession and baptizing. Kevin prayed over him. And we showed that on Father's Day Sunday. It wasn't quite the same, but John so much wanted to follow Jesus, and Satan so much tried to stop him. But here's the thing. You want to bad enough, you love enough, your faith gets strong enough, you'll eventually find a way to follow Jesus. And Satan was defeated, and John was born again. And this is Steve Ridgell thanking John for being an example of never giving up, fighting for his faith, and learning to follow Jesus. And that, John, will help other people on their journey.